Good afternoon, fellow Liberians and friends of Liberia. I am Jacob P. Massaquoi II, also known as Jacob Dozote Dozwo, Gongbe Gonya Bezira Dodin Massaquoi II. I am the son of Liberia, our son of Nimba County, to be precise, Dozoplo, Mbutu, Zoge. Over the years, my compatriots from my district changed the name. They separated my district to something they call uh, uh, Booyah and another one. But what is important is that there is a pressing national issue in Liberia. It has to do with citizenship. And this effort is being led by the chief architect of the destruction of Liberia, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, according to the December 2009 Liberian Truth and Reconciliation Commission's report, Madam Sirleaf was named in a report as one of the chief architects of the destruction of Liberia. She financed the war, she planned the war, she recruited Taylor and other folks and waged a 14 years war on Liberia, a catastrophic war in which nearly 300,000 of our compatriots died in horrible, horrible, horrible deaths. Instead of Madame Sirleaf making amends for the crimes she committed against Liberia, she has refused. Extremely, extremely arrogant. Why? Because she is backed by corrupt politicians in the West, mostly in the West, Democrat politicians, Labour politicians. I'm going to name them. It is important to name these folks because these folks, they have caused so much pain and harm to Liberian war victims like me and you. Many of us suffered the war. I'm a survivor of the July 1990 St. Peter's Lutheran Church massacre. One of my elder brother's siblings was gunned down before my eyes in front of Reda Cinemas on Todman Boulevard the day following the massacre. I lost my only child to starvation and war. I was shot and fall by a group of armed men, what I believed tried to eliminate me because of my political view. Home invasion attacked the house. They called my name. It's Jacob in there. On top of that, I lost my mommy, my daddy to that war. 2002, I escaped Liberia. I worked in Liberia as a human rights activist. I had my organizations, the International Association Volunteer Effort National Rep. I traveled around the world, raised money to support fellow Liberians, to support orphanage homes. What I'm saying is well documented. It's on YouTube. The videos are out there. Came to the States, did similar thing, established African Refuge, through which I helped fellow Liberians on Staten Island. My work was recognized by NBC, making a difference. CNN, the World Refugee Day. So I'm a public person. My entire life has been dedicated to advocating for those who cannot speak for themselves, Liberian war victims who cannot speak for themselves, through advocacy and direct service. My work will speak for me. But the question of Madame Sirleaf, it is a disgraced, perfection criminal, war criminal, indicted war criminal by the Liberian Truth and Reconciliation Commission, a constitutional body, a statutory body under the Liberian Constitution, who thought she would escape justice with the help of a immoral, morally bankrupt, mostly Western politicians, laborers like Hillary Clinton, like Barack Obama, like the European Union, like the Nobel Peace Committee in Norway, like Harvard University, like Stanford University, like Cornell University. All of these corrupt institutions prop up Ellen. They constructed a fake narrative which transformed the chief architect of the destruction of Liberia into an international feminist icon. And on that platform, she is positioning herself as a moral authority in Liberia. She's not a moral authority. She's a common criminal. I have written a book entitled Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, The Real Ellen. This is very emotional to me. You know, when powerful institutions like the Nobel Committee, after Madame Sirleaf was inducted by our constitutional body, it shows something that these Europeans, they have no respect for Africans. They have no respect for African institutions. They talk about human rights, but when it comes to African rights, it does not count in their dictionary, in their lexicon. These folks, they think they are above the law. I don't blame them. I blame Africans. Some Africans, in my latest piece, Why the Black World is Poor, I diagnosed the problem of the black world. And the final summation is that the reason the black world is poor because black men, many of us, we lack self-esteem. But there's black men, I have self-esteem. I don't look outside for external validation. When Ellie was president, she was popular outside. She looked outside for external validation. Most African countries, many of them, they pay millions of dollars on K Street to lobbyists to lobby for them. They don't care about our citizens. They are concerned about what the State Department will say about them, what the European Union will say about them. They're not concerned about that. But remind you, these institutions, many of them, particularly the laborers, they only pray when any president of developing countries or the global south, and they are praised by Western institutions. Remember this, mostly labor institutions, that person is not doing right by his or her people. In the case of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, while she was suppressing us, extorting Liberians, during her presidency, over 19 billions were spent in Liberia, direct, indirect investment. The international community, her so-called friends, so-called international community. I don't believe in a thing they call international. These are gangs of few European, mostly Western European liberal institutions. They position themselves as gods, as authority. When they speak, everyone should listen to them. Fuck them. Excuse my language because I get so angry when I hear about these people. I get so angry because I have a first-hand testimony what they did to me personally. And many of us, I work with them at African Refuge. In 2010, when we organized the International Conference on the Future of Liberia to ensure that the Liberian Truth and Reconciliation Commission's recommendations are implemented in Liberia, they turned on me, because Ellen, to protect Ellen. Some of them even tried to kill me. I had to leave African Refuge, hire a new executive director. So I know them. I have personal experience with them. They can't tell me anything. I have zero respect for them. Harvard University, in my view, it is an institution where they train criminals. Cornell University, likewise. Every institutions have awarded Madame Sirleaf some type of fake awards after she was inducted by a constitutional body, honor the constitutional Liberian law. I have no respect for you. Respect begot respect. If you respect me, I respect you. When you don't respect me, I don't respect you. When you treat me like animal, I treat you like animal. When you disrespect me, I disrespect you because I have self-esteem. I love myself. The Bible says, love your Lord thy God with your mind, with your heart, with your body, with your soul. Love your neighbor as thyself. When you don't have love, you will not give it. So many Africans, they don't have love. That's why when they come in contact with white men, they are trembling. They look at white people as gods. I don't. No man is better than me. God, Genesis 1:27, the Bible says, God made man in his own image after his likeness. The Bible did not say God made white man or black man. There's no race in there. God does not have race. So why some people think that they're better than you and myself? Screw them. No one better than you. No one better than you. A black man is not better than a white man, and a white man is not better than a white man. I believe in equality. In America, I belong to the America First political movement. I'm a conservative. That's the reason why. I'm a libertarian politically. I believe in limited government. I believe in personal responsibility. I, be, I don't believe in intervention. I don't believe that government should be in my business. In the same way, in Africa, I formed the Africa First Political Party, a political movement. It is a movement that will liberate Africa with a philosophical thinking that Africa for Africans. Gone are the days when African leaders took instructions from someone in Washington or someone in London. Gone are the days when we took instructions from foreign governments to dictate the course of our destiny. The days are over. Madam Sirleaf, Liberia will not change the constitution. The constitution protects people like me, my children to come. Only those of Negro descent can become citizens of Liberia. Every country needs a border. That's what I support President Trump. Every country needs a border. If President Trump says today that every immigrant should leave this country, I'll be the first to leave the country because every country needs a border. Every country needs identity, culture. What is the national identity of Liberia? We have a culture, but over the years, these people, they call themselves NGOs. They have come and social engineered our society. They have fundamentally transformed our society. Many Liberians do not even speak their local dialect anymore. When you ask them, I can't speak that thing. I can't speak that thing. Who are you? You claim to be Kran, you can't speak Kran. You claim to be Gyo, you can't speak Gyo. You claim to be Bassa, you can't speak Bassa. And you call yourself a Liberian. You are not a Liberian, man. Shame on you. So, Madam Sirleaf, we will not accept it. We will not change our constitution. You should be prepared to go to jail. You are a war criminal. And don't interfere in our political activities. You have no respect. You should be ashamed of yourself. When Barack Obama was president, you had power. You no longer have ally in Washington, D.C. When you had a corrupt Democrat leading this country, they supported you, they protected you. When we wrote them, we lobbied. They refused to even listen to us because it was about Ellen, their darling girl, the darling of the West. To us, Liberian war victims, you are a criminal, a war criminal. And we will prosecute you. Even in your death, we will prosecute you, Madam Sirleaf. You will not have an easy time. Don't think you're going to have a big funeral and people will be done jubilating, oh, Ellen. No. Even in your death, we will prosecute you. Your records will be prosecuted. All the statues built to honor you will break it down. You destroyed our future. I graduated from high school in '89 with the vision of becoming, a dream of becoming a nuclear physicist. Thank God I ended up becoming a computer scientist, an entrepreneur, a cybersecurity expert, artificial intelligence expert and practitioner. I have lived outside my own country for 24 years because of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Because of people like you. You killed everyone who knew about you. Harry Greaves, you killed him. You used your corrupt friend in the West to arrest Taylor and put him in jail in London because the British, I have no respect for the British institutions. Go on the days when they had the British Empire, they flew the whole world. They controlled the world when they committed horrible crimes in Africa. What is the British Empire today? They are just, I can look at the British Empire. Let me describe them. I have a description for them, the British. They're so arrogant. They're extremely arrogant. They think they still have power, you know. They think it was the days when they had the British Empire and they were so with navy, from seas to seas, they had navies. Look, when you calculate, when you account for the crimes that the British committed in Africa, man, it's horrible. They should be ashamed of themselves. I don't know why people still worship these people, these evil people. I don't know why. You didn't go to Ghana. They are so proud to go to London. Oh, I'm going to UK. I would never send my child to UK to go to school. They don't teach them and then they brainwash them. No, I will not. I have no respect for them. And when you insult me, I insult you. Respect because respect. You insult me, I respect. I respect. Fire answer fire. That's a new way we move forward. We're not going to respect you when you disrespect her. Time and time again, the European institution, the liberal West, they have disrespected us in Africa. I do not believe in the thing they call human rights or democracy as defined by liberal West. I don't respect it. I don't honor it because it's not about us. Look at the RCC. They only tried our leaders. They don't try themselves. And I love President Trump. You know, this man, he's honest. That's why I formed the immigrant for Trump to support him. Because he's an honest man. What they say at our dining table, the Democrats, the liberals are the worst enemy of black people in this country. Worst enemy of black people. Look at Barack Obama's record. He did nothing for black people. Look what he did for Africa. He destroyed Libya, the most prosperous country in Africa, as a result of the destruction of Libya. The Sahel region continued to bleed as a result of Barack Obama's criminal invasion of Libya. He goes around talk about democracy in this place. What type of Democrat are you? You are a hypocrite. I have no respect for you. You destroy my continent. You should be arrested when you come to Africa and throw in prison. You know, like the other fool they call Hillary Clinton. She said, she came, we saw, and he died. A wicked woman. Very wicked woman. Tried to deny Liberian war victims justice. She flew to Liberia when the provisional report was released. And she praised Ellen. Instead of telling her friends, Ellen, please step aside. She didn't do it. She praised her. Hillary, I got no respect for you. You're a war criminal. You should be ashamed. I hope my Republican colleagues know you in prison. So therefore, fellow Liberians, do not be afraid of these fools. They have no authority over you. God make you and them the same. They're not better than you. When you call a white man's skin red blood, a black man's skin red blood, why do you respect them more than yourself? Why do you love outsiders more than yourself? There will be no change of constitution. Okay? Please maintain our constitution. The constitution is meant to protect us, to protect our land. We don't want to be like South Africa. When you open a constitution, the Europeans will come with their money. They will buy land. Right now, Europe is dead. They destroy that economy. Look at the type of leaders in Europe. Look at Ursula von der Leyen. I call Ursula von der crazy. Look at the foreign effect. Color. They are completely incompetent, uneducated. People leading Europe. These are the people you take instructions from. Then you want them to come. Europe is burning. They have no gas. They have no oil. They have no resources. Over the years, they have lived on the backs of Africa, exploited us, extracted our resources, and developed themselves while they suppress us through the World Bank and IMF, all of these crazy institutions created to suppress us, including the United Nations. If the United Nations of Africa, before the United Nations in the 60s, Patrice Lumumba, of the first prime minister of the Democratic Republic of Congo, was arrested right before the UN. He did nothing, and they murdered him. The UN has never been for us. Don't be fooled. I don't like the UN. I hate the UN that ruled in Liberia. And they were in our conflict. They were there when the TRC report was released. They did nothing about it. They were there pressing the war criminal Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. They thought they would get away with it. No, that's what I love President Trump. You're going to crush that whole crazy organization called United Nations. So do not listen to that criminal. She's a war criminal. She should be prepared to go to prison. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a war criminal. I repeat, no one should respect and honor this war criminal. She destroyed my generation. Can you imagine when we graduated from high school with the vision, with the hope of entering the university, graduate, child of life, they brought our war, took away our youthful years. And while our children were going to school here, when she became president, all of them, they came back as humanitarian. Where is Charles? Where are you today? Where is the humanitarian work? Where is the humanitarian work? You claim you're a humanitarian. Where's the humanitarian work? The other fool who was the so-called NSA director, where are you today? They're all back in the States. They have no foundation in the country. They are criminals. We will hold them accountable for economic crimes and crimes against Liberia, war crimes and economic crimes. Ellen alone is responsible for the destruction of Liberia. When you talk about war crime, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she's the mother of war crime. She should be prosecuted for war crimes and crimes against him. Not once. 1985, NPFL 1.0, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She convinced my countryman, Kuyongba, to come. And she left. When Nimba was burning, she was abroad. She masterminded the death of my uncle Jackson F. Doe so she can become president. Ellen Johnson, the record is there. You cannot escape your record. Whether dead or alive, we will prosecute your record. You have no statue in that country. The youth of Liberia, our generation, you destroy. We will not give you any platform. We will not give you any platter. And when you transition, we'll make sure that you have no statue in that country. You destroy our country. You are a fake iron lady. You're not an iron lady, a fake iron lady. Madam Sirleaf, you destroyed our future. What you did to us, our generation, was evil and cruel just to become president. And your friends protected you 12 years, protected you from justice, they shared you from justice. As a consequence, some of us stay out of Liberia, and the buffoons took over our country. Today in Liberia, lawmakers making 15,000, some making 20,000, while the majority of the people are suffering. I mean, come on, think about it. Come on, look at my profession. I've been in school throughout this country. I've been in school. Every year I'm in school. Studying. I sleep like 4 hours a day. Everything, 4 hours. Studying, working. The guys don't do anything. They make $15,000 at the backs of Liberians while their compatriots suffered. And they call them honorable. You are dishonorable. You're not honorable. 2029 will kick you guys out of office. We will recruit people who love that country. Darius Dallon, when he was running, he claimed he was running to reduce the price. Today, you don't hear about Darius anymore. He has joined the party. He has a jeep now. He's an honor. He claimed he's an honorable. You are dishonorable, brother. You deceive me. Guy like me, I supported your campaign. You deceive me too. But 99 days for rogue, 1 day for master. Fellow Liberians, do not accept this stupid, crazy constitutional reform. Okay? If you want to reform the Constitution, reduce the salary of the lawmakers to maximum $2,000 per month. They are not better than fellow Liberians. What type of qualification they have? That's why everybody want to become a so-called representative. The other fool in Maryland, in Grand Judah County called Zoe Penno. He boasts, I heard on Facebook, I have been in government for 19 years. So what have you done for your people? What, Zoe Penno, what have you done for Grand Judah County people? Show me your work. What have you done for Grand Judah County people? You boasting that you've been in office for 19 years. At least Prince Johnson was in office. He built a university in Nimba County. What did you do for your people? What have you done for your people? Zoe Penno, what have you done for your people? Huh? Every year, Cyrus will run. My colleague and friend. He will use money, exploit people, poor people, and you win. But Mr. Penner, pack your load and leave. 2029 will kick you out of office. You are a disgrace to the people of Grand Judah County. You're a disgrace. China is about work. Then 15,000 you're making per month at the expense of Liberians, and you take loan, take debt, put Liberians in debt just for your life, for your pleasure, while people are suffering in that country. It's very painful. It is painful. For example, my village, where I'm from, Butu, Catholic, does the town. Prior to the war, you could drive from Ganta. You drive to my village. 87, 88, 89. Today, it is impossible. So I keep asking people, why? I thought we should be progressing, not digressing. When you ask them, oh, no, the road is not good. What happened to our county development funds? They can't say it. They have my buddy who are from New Demon, Wale Dona. He was there for 6 years. He did nothing. Exploited our people. In order to create jobs for themselves, they separated they divided our district into two. So they are two now, so they can pay themselves. Buddy, those days are over, man. The salary you guys are making, it is criminal. It is criminal. You are exploiting fellow Liberians. At the expense of Liberians, you are living your life at the expense of Liberians. Show me, many of you, after the war, Bagada, Amarakonen, Gafuan, I know these guys are poor boys, but on the backs of Ellen Johnson, these are Ellen disciples. They exploit our country. They have mansions in Liberia. They are so-called rich people. How did you get rich? Show me your business. When you're talking about accounting, these are the things talking about economic crimes. Show us the business you had prior to coming to government. Now you have mansions at the expense of Liberian people. You claim to be rich. You're not rich. You're a criminal. You are just a common rogue. A criminal at the backs of Liberian people. That's not going to continue. Liberia is not a cash cow. Many of you have made our country a cash cow. At the expense of Liberians, you live your life. This is not going to continue, man. It is very painful. People are suffering in that country. You find a few guys in the house. They have 15,000, making 15, 16,000 with all the benefits. They gave them jeeps, 4x4 jeeps, but they don't go home. Yeah, they don't go home. They don't. They don't. They stay in Monrovia. During elections, they go. They take bags of rice, kill cow, and the people do the buy. There's something in psychology we call Stockholm syndrome, a psychological phenomenon in which victims attached to people who suppress them. That's the situation in Liberia. All Liberians are exposed to these guys are honorable, they're doing well. No, they have not seen anything. They've not seen anything different. So they respect these guys who are suppressing them. Tell me, if you are making 15,000, 10,000, why police officers are paid less than $200 a month? Is that fair? Huh? What type of qualification you have? What type of education you have that fellow Liberians don't have? And you're making such a money at the expense of Liberians. And you call yourself honorable. You are dishonorable. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a struggle. And this struggle will not end. Our loot continue until our country is liberated from the hands from Sirleaf and her disciples. So people like Amara Conan, the disciples of Sirleaf, we know that. You will never people like Conan will never become somebody unless at the backs of a criminal. So they also are criminal. This is a war, gentlemen. You drove some of us out of the country, giving your space to loot and exploit our people. There are thousands of DOCTORROOTS coming to Liberia. We're returning home to take back our country for you guys' hands. For the past almost 20 more years, you took our country. You abused our sisters, abused our people, used them like tools while jubilating. You and your small clique of people, you call families. You take a little money, you share on them to be your supporters. Time for election, you recruit people from Monrovia to go and vote for you. And buy votes. This cannot continue in our country. It is painful. Be a patriot, a Liberian patriot. Work for Liberia. President Kennedy said, ask what you can do for your nation. Not what your nation can do for you. I believe that the value of a man is not measured by what he had, but what he gave to others. I will end the video here. I hope you listen to me, fellow Liberians. We have suffered for too long in the hands of these criminals. They have exploited us for too long with the support of the morally bankrupt liberal Western politicians. I'm a conservative. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a liberal. I believe that man, I believe in two genders, male and female. I don't believe in multiple genders. That's stupid, crazy ideology. I don't believe in it. And that's why they push in Liberia. The next time, constitution, next time, we should pass laws so men and men can marry. Women and men can marry. That's nonsense. It will never happen in Liberia. They attack our sunny and poorer society. These fools, no one there to defend us. The so-called chief, Zeze Zaga, all of them. They said nothing about it. Julie Andy, they said nothing about it because they are ignorant. Ignorant. When you look, your culture is who you are. If you negate your own culture, you destroy yourself. I'm a Gio man. I went to the zoo bush. They didn't circumcise me in hospital. It's in the bush where I learned how to become a man. I learned how to make love, not through pornography. Today in Liberia, we're going to bring back our culture in our country. And let any idiot from the West can tell me that it's bad. Let's discuss it philosophically, ideologically, medically. You know, they do that thing to people who don't know. I studied in the West very, very well. I am well equipped intellectually to challenge them. I've written over 13 books. So I'm well armed intellectually to fight these people. We got to defend our culture. We got to defend what I say. You're not proud of yourself? You should be proud of yourself, proud of your culture. It's about continuation of culture. I know that all the time. There's nothing like all the time. The Jews have never left their culture. The Italians have never left their culture. The Catholic Church is the Italian culture. What's wrong with you? Why do you embrace other people's culture? You reject yours. Then when they bring little money to give it to you, you accept it. And you're making songs, drama against your own culture, against your ancestors. That's why you can't live. That's why people are not living long in that country these days. You go around because of money for a salary, you come to the States, you talk bad about our Sunday society, bad about our poorer society. I say to you, those of you who go in the right talk bad about our Sunday and poorer society, particularly our Sunday society, shame on you. I'm a defender. My grandma was a zoo. I'm going to open zoo bush in my village. Let me see you from Moravia who will come there. The devil will eat you. I love my culture. That's why has saved me in this country. That's why has protected me. That's why has kept me focused, laser focused on who I am. I'm a proud black man with self-esteem. I love myself. I'm a black nationalist. I'm proud to be black. You should be proud to be black. That's what I loved President Trump. He's a proud man. He's not ashamed of who he is. He's not ashamed at all. His intentions are clear. He's not a liberal who had that intention behind a slogan called democracy or human rights. That's BS. Fellow Liberians, be strong. A days of liberation is here. We're not going to change our constitution. And Madam Sirleaf, your days of reckoning is here. You must confront the reality. You killed so many men in our country. Jackson Hebdo, Harry Greaves. I mean, so many people you killed. The list goes on and on and on. Turbot, you killed them. I have evidence. You killed Turbot. You participated in the death of Turbot. You know, where there's evidence. This is a direct accusation against you, Ellie. I challenge you to go to court. I know, I understand when I challenge you on Staten Island, you say, oh, in Liberia, I'll take you to court. 2005, the guy who stood and challenged you, that's reckless statement you made. Bomb Monrovia and I will build it. I challenged you to Staten Island when you came. 2005. In 2010, I challenged you. I protested against you. From that time, you never came to Staten Island. In the following year, you sent your puppets to represent you on Staten Island, and I ran it out. So this is me, DOCTORROOTS. You try to kill me on Staten Island. You hire a hitman to kill me. But ask him what happened to him. I didn't come to America empty-handed. The spirit of our ancestors continue to guide me. I didn't survive Lutheran church to be of food. No, I don't chase material things. When I decided to protest against you, you sent your puppet to beg me. I refused. When I organized the international conference on the future of Liberia, your friends from Open Society Institute, Minnesota Advocate, the Harvard University, all these fools, they came. They tried to entice me with money for me to invite your puppet to come to become guest speaker. I refuse. This is me here. I survived the Lutheran Church for this mission, Madam Sirleaf. You will be prosecuted. You will not escape justice. And they will not change our constitution. You will never have a monument to honor you because you're a bad example of women. You're a fake iron lady. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of my video, and I hope Liberians listen. This woman, she has done so much pain to my generation. She's an evil woman. I call her Jezebel. Thank you very much.